All right, we're here on a Saturday morning at the Black Diamond Open Space. Few cars here. I saw some riders heading in when I first got here. This is just one parking area. There's several along this Maple Valley Black Diamond Road out there. We'll pedal in there, and that's going to take us up towards the Summit Ridge area where I want to ride today. I got two cameras today, both the GoPro and the Insta360, and I'll be using, try to use them both at the same time if I can figure somewhere to mount the other one. Maybe just on the other side of my helmet, and we'll kind of pan back and forth when I edit it later. Anyway, man, here we go. I'm gonna go down Burminator.
Yeah.
Basically a lightly attended YouTube channel called Bikes and Vans. Some of it's just me camping, some of it's me riding my motorcycle, but most of it's me riding shitty stuff on, you know, riding trails shittily.
Well, but I might have seen your videos before, so
maybe. I mean, it's usually like POV stuff and whatever, unless it's like a camera, like a camping video, and it's me and my van sitting around talking about where I'm gonna ride the next day. But yeah, if you check it out, yeah, it'll have today's video up there later on.
All right, sure. I'll definitely take a look at it.
Well, that was Burminator a few times. Recently rebuilt, my friend Cedric said.
and it is awesome. Holy cow, it's awesome. So I'm gonna go try to find a trail he was talking about called Crucial, and check that one out.
You gotta get all the way up there.
Oh well, I asked for it.
It's a good trail though.
Must be pretty long too.
Yeah, it's a good length. At the bottom here, it gets a little flat.
Yeah.
If you really try, you can coast all of it. And then I know at one point we're up here. We'll go down this all the way down.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
So these there's two like jumps that are kind of kicky, but they're not too bad.
Okay.
If you're just going trail speed out, you should be able to clear them. The whole like
Are they rollable or are they gaps?
they're rollable.
Okay.
It's a boot. They're all tables. But this trail is like just go as fast as you can kind of trail.
Right on. I'm sure my speed will be a lot different than yours, but I will give it a shot.
You give it a go. But it's a good trail.
All right, I'll see you at the bottom,
Yeah, see you
Cedric.
at the bottom.
Heck yeah. Look at him go. This is Crucial. He's already going off. Oh, heck yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for showing me that.
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm going to pedal back to the van.
All right, man.
Good meeting you.
one.
Yeah, you too. Enjoy the rest of your ride. Well, I think I'm done for the day. Great. A great time out here riding at Black Diamond. I primarily just rode some Burminator. And that trail's amazing. Up there at the Summit Ridge free ride area. I mean, they rebuilt it. The berms are amazing. Trail flows. There's a couple side jumps that I haven't mastered. But I'm definitely coming back. ATM was a jump line I was thinking about trying a little bit of today, but not today. Hey, how you doing? I learned a little bit about the place from my new buddy Cedric there. And Cedric, 17-year-old, and he rides for the Tahoma Mountain Bike Club out in this area. And I gotta tell you, well, they're not a school team, they're a private club team. But if everyone on that team is as respectful and polite as Cedric was, I would encourage you to look them up and donate to their team. That's what I'm gonna do when I get home. Cedric was a very impressive young man. I'm glad to have met him. Anyway, back to the band. And another thing I'll mention about Cedric, he had a very cool bike, which was a Cannondale Jekyll 2.
Well, that was Black Diamond Open Space, and I did a trail called Rock and Roll, which is just a little cross-country trail with a lot of rocks on it, that you roll over, which I'm sure is where the trail came from, trail name. It was kind of just like a little loop to kind of get my legs warmed up, and then I went up to the free ride area, Summit Ridge free ride area. Some interesting notes there, talking to some folks up on top. Cedric mainly, but just like the ownership of the area, you know, part of it's King County, part of it's owned by a church, private property kind of thing. There's even a couple signs that mention that exclusively that it's private property, but obviously the church is given permission for trails to be built on that property. It's what a cool area. And it's massive. It's really huge. Like, I didn't know how large of an area that place covers. And Cedric was showing me on his phone the Trail Forks map of the area, and he said it looks just like an airball. And he's not wrong. Like, you know, until you zoom in on it, like, it's just trails and balls of yarn and string coming everywhere. There's so much stuff there. And we met another guy, I didn't get his name, who lives close enough to this place that he just rides his bike from his house into the trails, and then he came over to the free ride area to ride Burminator. And he says that he's lived there for years, rides his bike all the time, and still hasn't been to every single part of the Black Diamond open space area as far as where mountain bike trails are. So it's kind of a good indicator of just how large the place really is. So really fun time. I did, after Rock and Roll, I just did Burminator up there because it's so good. I'd seen videos of it being rebuilt by, I think, a man named Corey, who does some of the trail work there, and then I saw a GHY post of somebody riding it, and it looked great. And that was just last night. I saw that video. I was like, oh, I gotta go. And I just rode that trail, like, probably about 8 or 9 times. And it's so fun. I got a little bit better at it as I went down. Still couldn't clear the little side hits, but I gave them a shot, and it was fun. Going a little faster every time. I was gonna try to do ATM, which I did roll down it. I feel like I could probably do most of the jumps there, but I just didn't. You know, risk versus reward. That's my thing. You know, so wasn't something I was interested in trying to do today. But it's definitely how great Burminator was. And also Cedric took me up to another area of the Black Diamond open space, and we hit a trail called Crucial, which was awesome. It was kind of just like a downhill trail. I mean, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe half a mile long from top to bottom. There was some good jumps in there, some good turns, some little bit of, you know, rootiness and rockiness in there. Really fun. At the bottom, it kind of flattens out, so you got to pedal a little bit. And that up the beginning of that, there's another couple trails up there, up the Powerline Road, Supercharger, and a couple others that were up in that same area. So that one was really fun. That's the last one I did for the day, and then pedaled back to the van. So had a great time. Thanks, Cedric, for the guide and assistance, and the enlightening me to some of the other features there at Black Diamond. Much appreciated. And folks, if you're watching, I gotta tell you, that kid was so nice, very respectful, and super polite, that if you are still watching and you want to do something good, pull up that Tahoma Mountain Bike Club. That's his team. That's who he rides for. They're a private organization, not like a high school team or anything like that, so they don't have like funding. Everything comes from like sponsors and whatnot. So see, there's a way to donate. That's what I'm going to do when I get home.
for sure. Tahoma Mountain Bike Club. Thanks, Cedric.